Lord have mercy, they finally did it. They dropped Marie Alter, and I'm going to assume that her third ascension is going to be the giant woman that we got in the Requiem event. Please tell me they did not blunder this one up. They did not blunder this one. I'm already summoning for this woman. You guys already know. Expect it in like a day or two. You're gonna see me going all in for Marie Alter. But I have not actually checked her details. I like doing these live responses to a servant as soon as they come out, because I do think while a servant probably does need to be tested in the field, you can get a very good feel for how good that servant is going to be just by looking at their details. Obviously there's a little bit of nuance in, say, using the servant, but you can be like, okay, this servant will probably perform rather well with the tools that I'm seeing with them right now. What is the final ascension? Oh my lord, Lord have mercy. Okay, let me just double check here and see what her NP type is. She is arts. Okay, so she's an arts AoE Avenger. Please tell me you are not power creeping. I mean, I guess that Summer Kama and Space Ishtar already have, I guess, been power crept in a way by Ruler Melusine or Summer Ibuki, but this is competing for the exact same class as, say, Space Ishtar and Summer Kama. So hopefully it's not too crazy for that. Okay, she's giving herself the NP damage up, so if she does turn out to be a looping servant, if you want to use her as a farmer, she will play very, very nicely with Oberon, because say it with me now, Oberon's third skill, what does it love? NP damage. You know, very, very nice on that front. This curse is actually not as bad as it used to be. We just got a CE that has Jacques de Molay on it that does give you a curse power mod. So if she does not have her own power mod for this curse, she can make use of that CE, which is really nice. The drain on enemies is really nice. That's also pretty nice. Okay, that's just good. That's good. And then she has an insta-kill thing, that's whatever. Okay, we don't really care too much about it. What's her NP gain? 0.4. Well, to be fair, even though that's quite low, and she only has 4 hits on the NP, I'm assuming she's not supposed to be a looper, but if you can make Ruler Moriarty loop with his absolutely abysmal, like 0.2% NP refund, I'm sure she'll be fine. So she's giving herself a 30% battery and then 20% NP per turn. Yeah, she'll definitely be able to loop. Dude, 30% battery plus getting the 20% every single turn. It's like the double whammy of what Zenobia has plus just any decent battery. I guess they are on the same skill, but again, if you're going to use that 50% starting charge CE that also gives you the curse power mod, you're going to pop this turn 1 anyway, and then you're just absolutely chilling. And then she has an on attack buff. Okay, it looks like that whenever she is hit, she gets NP first up. She's just an NP machine, dog. She has a battery, guaranteed 20%, and then God forbid she gets hit as an Avenger, she's going to get 10% back, but Avengers already have this passive that makes them insane when getting NP. Dude, she is an NP machine, bro. She just generates NP every which way, and it's only on a 6-turn cooldown. Dude, she's crazy. This is 5 times for 3 turns. That's crazy. Oh, no, okay, that's this. No, okay. Yeah, so that's 50% she can get. That insane. Okay, that's already ridiculous. She curses all enemies. A 5k curse is not bad. After seeing the challenge quests that they brought back over on NA with, you know, the 95% DR crabs, could it be useful in the future having an absolutely massive curse? And then she does give herself the power mod on curse as well. It's only 30%, so maybe you do want to use that Jacques CE to kind of bump that up to, I believe the Jacques one is 50%, I believe is what the power mod is, to kind of bump that up to 80%, or it might be 30% by itself. I think, no, it might be like Honey Lake where it's like a really low 30%, but still, you bring that up to 60%, you're fine. And then a 30% arts buff. So this is just a good skill. So this is just already solid. 3 times invul for 3 turns, and then gives herself a guts, 3k heal for the party. Okay, so that's what we're rocking. You know, she's not the craziest servant I've ever seen. She's kind of just good. So for one, if you are using, say, Summer Kama or say Space Ishtar, I don't think she's threatening them directly because they each kind of do their own thing. Space Ishtar does, you know, a ton of damage, especially if you get the third skill buff to proc. And then Summer Kama has, you know, the ability to charm lock somebody down and then really beat them up with the charm power mod. And then she also has ramping damage whenever she attacks. I believe it's on the third skill for Summer Kama. So with that, I think she's not really competing with either one of them, but I'm not exactly sure what her role is going to be. She has a free power mod on pretty much anybody that can be debuffed, and she applies it immediately. This is kind of indicative of, say, how Robin Hood plays. You know, Robin Hood provides enemies with the poison, then smacks them with the NP as the guaranteed power mod. But that's just on her skill over here, which, I don't know, I might have preferred if it was just a flat power mod they gave on her NP. But it is interesting that she effectively can have power mod against everybody. And then, I mean, the damage over time buff for the evil curse over here is also rather nice. I'm curious as to what her damage is going to be with... Okay, so that's going to be 13.1 attack. No, that's her HP. I'm a dingus. 13.7 Fode. That's rather high. I think the only person that comes to mind that's starting to breach that like 13 to 14k attack range is Jalter herself, right? Because Jalter, yeah, she gets up to 14.2 because Jalter, I think, still has the highest attack in the game. But she's 500 short of that. Her attack's going to be really high. And keep in mind, even though she doesn't have a whole ton of buffs, for one, the Avenger class power, damage is really, really high. It's why someone like Summer Eris does a deceptively large amount of damage, because if you're not aware, each class has their own damage power mod, like innately built into the class. It's why you might feel that assassins don't really do a whole lot of damage, because they have pretty much negative damage that they do because they're assassins, right? It's just something that's built into the class. And so Avengers have a very high one to, really make this super simple. So her attack is going to be rather high. She's already an Avenger. She doesn't give herself an attack buff, but she gives herself things that Castoria doesn't, the NP damage. Castoria's going to make up for that by giving her attack on both the NP and on her first skill. So she's going to have every single buff type guaranteed. She's probably going to hit pretty hard, I imagine. And it's going to be pretty free. The only thing is that I guess she doesn't have an immediate 50% battery, so say you just need her in like a 90 plus or 90 plus style node to have the 50% to maybe get by. I mean, like, look at some of the lotto farming nodes that I've been dropping guides for. If you need her to have a 50 for specific setups, that could be a little hurtful, but realistically, if you need her to fire her NP on wave 2, she's got a 50% battery. You could also do her append skill. She seems good. She seems really good, but not broken. Like, at face value, she just seems like standard .jpeg very good unit. Like, at the end of the year, will she probably be in the top 5? I don't think so. But I do think she'll be one of those servants that if you get her, you'll use her a lot because she's so generic. I mean, she's super self-sufficient on this. I almost wish that maybe she had a taunt, but I guess that kind of defeats the purpose of, extending the value on this. But yeah, I mean, the fact that she has the protection from arrows essentially as invincibility, but it's not obviously protection from arrows doesn't have a turn limit, but you know what I mean. It's like 3 attacks that can really be extended over the course of 3 turns. Sorry, it's really late in the morning because for some reason they started the live stream at like 6 a.m. my time, so it's ridiculously early. But then also having the guts, that's just good. Doubling down on survivability plus giving a heal to the party is just good, because Castoria doesn't natively do that. And listen, I know that some people will say, well, I use Lady Avalon Castoria, I use Tamamo Castoria. The majority of people are using double Castoria. I already know that. You can't fool me. I already know. And so that's very nice for that. And this is good. Connects very well with the NP. She's just a good servant. She's just really good. She's not particularly broken. I don't think she's a must summon or anything along those lines, but she's just good. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I'm, of course, obviously going to be summoning for her because, dog, y'all know me. It's like Morgan number 1, Jalter number 2, and then Kagetora number 3. If a fake character is thick and they have white or silver hair, I'm gonna be summoning for them, right? I'm gonna just go in for them. Morgan, we went in for NP5. As soon as Yugioh Kenshin came out, went in for NP2. I couldn't help myself. So I'm going to be going in on this banner. I don't care if I get her first pull. I'm going to try to NP2 this servant if I can, because I'll probably use her a lot. Even though I do already have Summer Ibuki at NP2, this is just a servant I could see myself really getting a lot of value in, and just how good they are. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace. Late, guys.